right, so obviously we've landed into the solo sections. And in this lesson, we'll be doing solo number 1 and number 2. For those of you who don't know the actual CD version, so only know sort of the shortened version that's on YouTube, then you're missing out a little. So there are going to be 2 solos in this lesson, plus the rhythm that's underneath the solo, so the rhythm guitar. The entire lesson is already online, so also the outro solo, the main solo, everything. So you can find on yourguitarworship.com. The link is in the description. Another thing that's online is the tablature for this song, so you might want to check that out. And if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And when you do, hit that bell that's right next to when you subscribe. You see sort of a little bell thingy. That means that whenever I release something, you'll be the first to know. And I can imagine that's kind of a good thing. All right, so let's get into the first solo. We'll do it phrase by phrase or riff by riff to hopefully that'll make more sense. So here we go. All right, phrase number 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you play? You start on the 4 and you play 14th position of the G. Then you play 12 with your index finger. And then with your ring finger or pinky, whichever you prefer, you play 16th on the D. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you play that twice. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Then you play the following phrase. So it's pretty much the same, with the exception that instead of the third note being 16th position of the D, it's now 14th position of the D. So like this, 14, 12 on the G, and then 14 on the D. And you also play that twice. So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So let's try to play those 2 phrases together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, down. Up, down. Up. Up, down. Up. Up, down. Up. Now for the next phrase. I'll play it for you, and then we'll get into how to play that on the guitar. Here we go. 3, 4. It's kind of tricky, that one. What do you play? 14 with your ring finger to 12 on the G, both on the G. Then you make a pre-bend, full pre-bend on 14th position with your ring finger. Sorry, that's a bit too much. Then you release it. Then you play 12 on that G. Then you make a bend on 14. And then with your pinky, you play 15 on the B. Right? It's like this. Then you play a full tone bend on 15 on the B string with your ring finger. Then play 15 as is. And then you play a full tone bend with your middle finger and index finger on the D. And you give it a little vibrato. So that last phrase together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. that was nasty. But we got it. So let's try to play that first solo together. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a tricky one. All right, so now let's move on to solo number 2, and we'll do the rhythm parts at the end of this video. So in solo number 2, the first 2 phrases are exactly the same as the first 2 of solo number 1. So you play 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you play So how do you play that? You play 14 to 12. So ring finger on the G, from ring finger to index finger. And then you can play with your ring finger a slide from 14 to 12 on that G. And then with your middle finger, you play 11th, on the G. And you make a bend and release. And that's the semitone bend. Then you play D string with your ring finger on 12, and then you make another bend, semitone bend on 11th on the G with your middle finger. Like this, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, slide. Then you play 10th on the high E with your index finger, the middle finger, 11th on the G, make a bend and release, semitone. Like that. So that third phrase goes like this. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then we get a repeat. So the second solo is twice as long as the first one. And let me play the first phrase for you first. So what do? The beginning is the same as in the first phrase of the first solo. So you play 14 on the G with your ring finger to 12 on the G to 16 on the D, like this. Then you do that once more. But immediately after, you make a slide from 14 with your ring finger on the G to 16, like this. 3, 4. Then you play with your middle finger 15 on the B twice, to 13 with your index finger, and then a full tone bend on 15th position with your ring finger on the B. It's like this. 3, 4. Then while you're holding it, so you have made that bend on 15. Then you play it twice, release, Play it once more to 13 with your middle finger. And then you play a semitone bend and release on 12 on the B. And then you play with your index finger G on the 12th to D on the 12th, like this. It's like this. Then the next phrase goes like this. What do? You do a bend and release on the 14th of the G with your ring finger to a pull off on 12 with your index finger, like this. Then a full tone bend on 14 with your ring finger on the G. Pinky 15 on the B. Then switch to ring finger on that 15th and make a full tone bend. Then go back to normal 15. And then make a full tone bend on 17 with your ring finger on that B. Hold it and play with your pinky 17 on the high E. It's like this. 1, 2, 3. And you can give it some vibrato. So the second part of that solo number 2, so the last 8 bars together, 1, 2, 3, 4.